Over 70% of Canadian adults drink coffee daily. In fact, the average Canadian consumes over 7 kilograms of coffee per year, while Americans consume 5 kilograms per year. There's a big problem with all this coffee consumption. The price of coffee has exploded. In the last 5 years, many coffees have tripled in price. Let's take a look at the current price of some of the most popular brands of coffee and how you can save money on your morning Joe.
I'll just have a cup of coffee.
There it is.
First up is buying coffee at a Starbucks cafe. There are other specialty chains out there, but this is the most popular one that is available from coast to coast. For this example, and going forward, I'm going to assume 2 people in a household are buying 2 cups of coffee a day. At Starbucks, this would cost $2.57 each and $10.28 per day. If you did this all year round, it would cost $3,752.20. Now you may be saying, most people don't buy their coffee at a coffee shop every day. Well, unfortunately, I think it is more common than we realize. Some Starbucks can be directly across the street from each other, and people love to take a coffee break. Next up is Tim Hortons. With over 4,700 locations in North America, they are a popular go-to, especially in Canada. Their medium coffee costs $1.92. So with the same formula as before, we get 2 coffees times 2 people times $1.92, which is $7.68 per day, or $2,803.20 per year. That's $900 cheaper than Starbucks, but it is still an insane amount of money to spend on coffee per year. Just think about how many products in a year you spend more than $2,800 on. It would not be many. Well, is McDonald's cheaper? I've often heard their coffee is better than Tim Hortons, and with 1,400 locations, the average Canadian is not far from one. Their coffee is $1.31 for a medium size. With the formula, that works out to be $5.24 per day, or $1,912.60 per year. That's a savings of about $900 over Tim's, but still way too much to be paying yearly. The difference between McDonald's and Starbucks is a whopping $1,800 per year.
Enjoy a 6-inch assorted sub with a medium drink for only $2. Now that's great value.
You always get a break at Robbins.
Now maybe you'd prefer to make your coffee at home. Nespresso is a premium brand of coffee pods. They are produced in many different varieties and range in price greatly. For this example, I'm going to go with the 87-cent Arpeggio, as it is the coffee that is most similar to the other coffees. It would be 4 times 87 cents, equaling $3.48 per day, or $1,270.20 per year. So $600 cheaper than Tim's by making Nespresso at home. But what if you got a Keurig machine instead? The 3 brands I looked at earlier are all available in K-Cups. The Starbucks option works out to be $1.12 each. McCafe and Tim Hortons are $1 each. If you had 4 of them at home every day of the year, it would be $1,635 for Starbucks, $1,460 for McCafe and Tim Hortons. But if you got these options on sale, you could lower the price for Starbucks to 92 cents each, McCafe to 79 cents each, and Tim Hortons to 76 cents each. All 3 of these options, even not on sale, are cheaper than going to the restaurant, but too much to be paying for coffee per year. Do you drink coffee? Are you a regular coffee honker? If so, how much do you spend on coffee per week? If not, what do you drink instead? Let me know your go-to brand in the comments below.
My favorite instant, High Point decaffeinated. I don't want extra caffeine. I'm active enough, thank you. But I am a coffee lover, so I expect more. Like this delicious aroma. Every jar is bursting with it.
Now it's time for the truly made-at-home options, with a good old coffee pot. Kicking Horse is a popular Canadian brand. 1 pound of coffee retails for about $20, and I've seen it as low as $16. One package would provide you with 8 days of coffee based on 14 grams per serving per cup, and drinking 4 cups per day. This is based on the nutritional information on the back of the package. 20 divided by 8 days equals $2.50 per day. Per year, that is $912.50. If you bought it on sale, you would get it for as low as $2 per day, working out to be $730 per year on coffee. Our lowest price yet, and for a premium coffee. You'd save $3,000 a year by making this at home compared to buying it at Starbucks directly. But can we go cheaper? McDonald's McCafe coffee is widely available in tins to be brewed at home. I've seen the regular price range from $23 to $30 at local grocery stores. So let's meet roughly halfway and say $27. The tins are 875 grams, and at 10 grams per serving, and using 4 cups of coffee per day, it would last 21 days. That works out to be $1.29 per day, or $470.85 per year. The lowest recent sale price I've seen is $20 for a tin, which works out to be 95 cents per day and $346.75 per year. That's paying less than a quarter per cup of coffee, less than a tenth of the price of Starbucks, a new low price. Tim Hortons also has ground coffee tins widely available. The average price on a 2.1 pound or 930 gram tin is about $27. Each serving requires 10 grams, so you would need 40 grams for 4 cups of coffee. This means that one tin would last 23 days, giving a total of $1.17 per day and a yearly spend of $427.05. I've seen it recently for as low as $19.99 per tin at the grocery chain Freshco. That works out to be 86 cents per day, or $313.90 per year for your coffee needs. Roughly $30 a year cheaper than McCafe. So between the most expensive and least expensive options, we're looking at a difference of $3,325.15 per year. Even if you stop going to Tim Hortons restaurant regularly and just making it at home, you would save $2,376.15. Another way of looking at it? That's $23,761.50 in savings over a decade. Even with all this information, it's up to you to determine what coffee you wish to buy. But I think it's important to know what you're spending. Most coffee prices have increased dramatically since 2020. Has your salary increased by that much over the last 5 years? Mine hasn't. Canada and many other countries have a coffee culture. The amount of caffeine in it gives people energy to start the day, and consumption has some other benefits. But how you consume it is going to dictate how much you spend. If you want to save on coffee, here are the key takeaways. Buy bigger sizes of ground coffee. Larger tins lower the per cup cost. When coffee is on sale, stock up. It won't go bad if the tin is sealed, and you'll be able to save money throughout the year. Buy a coffee maker. They are affordable and can be programmed to make coffee automatically. You'll wake up each morning to fresh Java.
Mr. Coffee works, fast, efficient, and do not give a about its gendering.
Buy a quality thermos to keep your coffee warm. You'll have hot coffee at the office all day, and it will pay for itself quickly with the savings you'll have from not buying coffee at a cafe. Don't buy coffee pods from Nespresso or K-Cups from Keurig. Even the inventor of the Keurig K-Cups regretted making them. And finally, definitely treat yourself to a more expensive coffee at a restaurant or a local cafe, but limit it to once or twice a week. These savings will help you live a better life and avoid debt, especially high-interest credit card debt. Please subscribe and click the bell to be notified of my latest videos. Be sure to check out my most recent videos on breakfast and eggs to save even more money on groceries. This has been the Price Check Expert. Thanks for watching right to the very end. I guess it was good to the last drop.